Alright, welcome to a new game. 15-minute game on ICC. I'll go play e4. Let's see what happens. And I also hope this technically runs well, because I had to reinstall my computer here. And everything's new here, technically. Alright, so I'll go play the Smith-Morra Gambit. And this is because there's a new book coming up on the Smith-Morra, which is quite interesting, I guess. It's called Mayhem in the Morra. I guess I'll do a review on this soon. Alright, so I try to play this in Gambit fashion here. Trying to lure black into taking this pawn. Not that it is so terrible, but I think this is recommended in the book. I had a brief look, but not an extensive look, so that I really know all this stuff. Alright, but now I wonder about e5. What about e5? Yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Where does he... oh, he just retreats, okay. So should I now just recapture on d4? Or queen b3. Queen b3 would immediately threaten on f7 and maybe provoke him to play e6, which doesn't look like a move he wants to play. Or just castles, which also wouldn't be bad. I'm not sure about this queen b3 move. I mean, in a way, okay, he might play knight h6, but I thought maybe he needs to play e6 anyway to get the knight developed at some point. And after queen b3, e6, at some point he can play maybe knight c6, threaten queen a5. I don't want that really. So I'll just castle here. If he takes, I have a really great development. So maybe knight h6 now to get closer to castling. Okay, so he voluntarily played this move. Yeah, I'd really like to get a knight quickly on the way to those squares, d6 and f6. What about playing knight d2? Knight d2 to e4, not caring about a capture on c3. Yeah, it looks dangerous. Okay, come on, let's try this. I don't think material is so important here. Alright, let's go to this great square on e4. And I'm controlling f6 and d6 now. I think he's forced to castle now, right? And now maybe bishop g5. Yeah, this looks like a good move. Using the weakened dark squares. I don't really need to spend time on recapturing d4. I think this looks much better. Going to the weakened squares immediately. Maybe you should consider h6 now. If he plays a move like knight bc6, I think then maybe it's time to actually recapture on d4. Okay, so this is an interesting point here. Should I play bishop h4, keeping this pin intact, or should I play bishop f6, exchanging the bishop, or even knight f6? Not not without its points either. Oh wait, what about knight f6, king h8 and then queen d4? It's not winning yet, but it's really close. It's really close. Knight f6 looks quite tempting, I must admit. It doesn't seem to win immediately though. Alright, so let's give this check and decide later how to exactly continue it. I think it must be the right move. Yeah, well, it feels feels like the right move, but I might have knight f5, which is somewhat awkward. All right, so let's calculate here. What about a move like queen d2 also? Also not bad at all. It's a shame that queen d4 doesn't seem to work. He's got knight f5, and maybe he can really take. It looks very risky, but maybe he can do it. Okay, so I need to move the bishop, most likely. I don't see any sacks working immediately. Okay, so I retreat this to f4. On f5, on h4 he would have had knight f5, attacking this piece, and this looks a bit awkward. Yeah, still this knight on f6 is a worrisome piece for black. Yeah, this knight f6 indeed looked tempting. Maybe it wasn't the best move. It's actually quite likely that I had some simple solution. Okay, he decides to immediately get rid of this piece. Quite understandable. So should I take? Yeah, guess so. Okay, let's just take this. He spent lots of moves with this knight. So what now? Is it does it pay off to ignore this recapture? I mean, I can just take and have a good position without any troubles. Queen d2 is a move I'd like to play. Maybe you can even play g5. It looks very nice for me. g5 is a very weakening move. Or should I recapture really? I mean, this is really the simple and good move. Yeah, okay, come on. I mean, I've got every piece developed here. This bishop f4 nicely attacks h6 so that I can play queen d2, attack this pawn, and the c4 bishop is quick in being rerouted to d3, also pointing towards the king. So what here? Queen d2, provoking g5. Yeah, okay, let's attack this. I think king h7 Yeah, okay, this I actually thought wouldn't be possible, but because now I threaten bishop d3 and h5. He's just in this diagonal, which it's really which spells trouble really. Yeah, okay, he can attack this. But I want to go to d3 anyway, so he just misplaces the knight. This move I would have played in any case. And now this knight is a liability on a5, so he cannot move the queen, for instance. Of course, he can try to play b6, yeah, something like this, developing. But yeah, after h5, this looks like huge initiative already. Yeah, h5 is dangerous. And the g6 point is hard to defend for black. Yeah, maybe still b6, b6, bishop b7. I don't see what else he should do. I mean, black was clearly worse anyway, but after knight a5 it gets more than critical. Yeah. But if I capture now, I can just take right and play. Yeah, now the a5 knight is hanging, but f4 also. So if I take a5, he can take f4. So it would be nice to move this bishop, preferably with tempo. So I take some piece, and also a5 is hanging, and yeah, bishop d6 looks good. Also bishop e5, both look very good for me. Bishop e5, I think he needs to go back all the way to d8, and then it's close to, yeah, h5. Yeah, h5 is working then. I mean, both moves likely win. Let's go here. Actually, I'm interested in maybe taking this rook, so a possible rook takes f3 stuff is not available anymore. But both moves, also bishop e5 would have won, I guess. Yeah, the relatively best move now might be knight c6, but after a5, h5, black is just exploding. Yeah, no move really. Okay, he decided to move the rook, but now I can just take the knight, right? Okay. Keep it simple. And h5 was also great. Yeah, quick win here for the Morra Gambit. Yeah, it's actually a fairly interesting opening. I'll do this book review soon, and maybe I can play this once in a while. I don't know really the lines so well, but it's entertaining to play. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll play another 15-minute game soon, I guess.